there, I am Svila Bekin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, subscribe, and ring that little bell to get notifications when new videos drop. And we gotta talk about Avengers Endgame. I just seen it, and okay, quick review. It is brilliant. It's awesome. Go and rush out and see it if you haven't seen it. Now, this is a mainly spoiler-free review. It's going to be, well, let me qualify that. This is a plot spoiler-free review. I will be referencing characters and settings that are in the movie. I won't tell you how they get there, but if you want to go completely unspoiled, then turn off now. But like, share, and subscribe before you do that. And come back and hear what we have to think. See if you agree with me. See if you disagree with me. Fine. So let's start talking about it. The first thing we got to talk about is the elephant in the room, the Brie Larson shaped elephant in the room. Now this is something I was really nervous about, and actually, but my biggest emotion right now after seeing it last night is a profound sense of relief that that this movie delivered. It delivered what we wanted. Captain Marvel's in it. I mean, again, if you like Brie Larson, great, wonderful. I don't understand how you don't find her obnoxious, but if you find her charming, that's wonderful. I'm fine. Okay, if you can explain it to me, that'll make my life easier. But I accept that's what you think. I just found her deeply obnoxious in all the pre-publicity press, and I found that just bled through into her performance. So she always just seemed so arrogant and she seemed like Brie Larson playing Captain Marvel rather than when Doctor Strange, what's this called? Cumberbatch he didn't strike me as what's his name, Benedict Cumberbatch. He struck me as Doctor Strange. He convinced me he was a character. Larson wasn't able to do that. But if you're like me and you found her problematic, shall we say, then rest assured she's hardly in it. And she's actually better in it than she was in Captain Marvel. They shot this beforehand, so Brie, maybe you want to go back to this type of performance a little bit. It sold it a little bit more. And there is actually I would say a really good girl power moment in it, which is okay. It's a little bit cringy, but still, it was earned. It was all the characters who you've really loved and grown with over these 10 years all the female characters coming together. But it didn't really make any sense. But fine, I was just like this movie, I would say, is more of a victory lap than a movie. And you have to go and understand, this movie is not for the normies. I saw it with my wife and 3 of my kids, ranged between 16, 18, and 21, 22. And they've seen all these movies with me before. They've been through the entire MCU. They know it very well. Because I dragged them to it because I'm a geeky dad. I apologize. What can I do? And they found it long. They found it a bit, at least half an hour too long. They probably could have lost an hour quite happily. But me, I loved it. I didn't blink through the whole movie. And it was much more of it was more of a victory lap than a movie. You get to revisit pivotal moments in the MCU again. And it's great to see them. It really is. It's, I'm not going to tell you how they get there. Stan Lee's cameo is so much fun. But Stan Lee's cameos are always to me, my favorite Stan Lee cameo is in Guardians 2 when he's with the Watchers in that funky spacesuit. But this one's really lovely. I hope they don't do any more now. I don't think they will. There's a little bit of CGI involved in this, but again, you'll see why in context when you see the movie. One of my biggest things I loved about this movie was I've always been kind of disappointed when you had superhero team-up movies. And just stop for a second and think what a wonderful age we live in that you can say superhero team-up movie and like it's a reality. 10 years ago, it would never have happened. Now, it's happened, it's real, and I would say at least 3 out of the 4 Avengers delivered fantastic movie-going experiences. But you never got those crossover covers. In Civil War in the comic books, you have all these superheroes on one side, another bunch of heroes on the other, bam, bam, and it looks fantastic. And when they did Civil War in the movie, it was like 6 over here, 6 over there. It looked good, but it wasn't that awesome cover. And you get that in this movie. You totally get it. And it kind of makes you tear up in the sections. that the whole last act, the whole last act is very good. Actually, you know, the whole first, second, third act is all very good. And I really enjoyed like the epilogue. There's no after credit scenes. It made complete sense why there isn't an after credit scene. All I can say is go out and watch it. It was they sold the Blu-ray at the theater. I would have bought it there, and I'll be watching it again now, but they didn't. I'm not going back to the theater to see it again, but it's a really enjoyable movie, and it's a love letter to the fans. I would say to the fans of the MCU. It delivered to us, and I'm so grateful. I'm so happy they did that. Okay, so fine. So that's the spoiler-free-ish part of the review over. There's a couple of things I want to talk about, which involves knowledge of the plot. If you haven't seen the movie, go now. Just like, share, subscribe before you go. Ring that bell. And I'll give you a couple of minutes to do that. You there? Have you gone? Okay, if you're gone, that's it. We're talking about plot spoilers now. So a few things. Firstly, I love the resolution for all the characters. Tony Stark's death, wonderful. He was the one that should have and did deliver the kill shot to Thanos. I love Captain America's epilogue where he lived a happy life. I don't really understand how that happened. I guess this must have been a secret hideout home he had with Peggy while she was, working for S.H.I.E.L.D. in the 80s and 70s. The timey-wimey stuff, it is a little bit confusing. I'm assuming they got all the Infinity Stones back in the right place, but if they destroy Thanos in the present, how could he then go back? Okay, I'm assuming Thanos came from the past to the present, and they destroyed him in the present. How could he then go back to the past to do the initial click? I don't understand that. Perhaps Tony Stark's snap made them disintegrate and sent them back in time, erasing their memories. Maybe, I don't know, but it's a little bit confusing. Did you notice how they set up a Loki TV show where he grabbed the Tesseract and hid? That was great. It's always good to see Tom Hiddleston, and please, can he be the next James Bond? He is so perfect for James Bond. And we would love to do it as well. He's such a. Here's the thing between Tom Hiddleston and Brie Larson. She may be a saint and he may be a most disgusting human being ever. They just make me believe. He makes me believe he's a lovely person. Again, he's a really good actor, so he could do that. Fine. I love the sign off at the end. I was surprised at Scarlett Johansson's death, but it seems like all the Avengers, all the core Avengers are gone. Will Thor be in Guardians 3? I kind of hope so. I'm really intrigued to see where the MCU goes from here. Now, I'm not a massive Marvel Comics guy. I really got into it via MCU. And I like Bendis' work a lot. Always love Powers. If you haven't read Powers, it's great. And A-List, I think, is one of the best comics ever written. Better than Jessica Jones, which is the sequel series. I bought all the Riri Williams, what her name is? The Iron Man graphic novels from Comixology when they were on sale, but I haven't read them yet. So now I'm going to read them. It seems to me that Phase 5, you could totally take her daughter and have her do the whole Riri Iron Man thing. If you're a comic book guy, I know it's like, and you hated the all new, all different Marvel, or SJW Marvel, whatever you want to. If you hated it, it's not for you. You don't have to go and see it. I would probably go see it. I would like to see I would certainly like to see Captain America with Falcon. It seems that they're setting up Valkyrie to be the next Thor. You know what? I'm going to keep an open mind. They delivered just first-rate entertainment. I'm never seeing a Captain Marvel. I mean, I can't imagine what they would do to get me to see a Captain Marvel movie. I guess they could do a Black Widow movie set in the past. That would be a bit weird, though. I don't know. But I'm interested. I'm interested to see where the MCU goes from here. And, well, okay, what can I say? Well done. Kevin Feige, Disney, Marvel. You've exceeded my expectations, and my fears were not realized. You really, really delivered for me. I love that. Yeah, I tell you, my only real major criticism was it was a little bit dark. Not contextually, but physically. had a lot of trouble trying to like see who the characters were. I think when I watch it at home, I will probably just turn the brightness up. No, but that seemed a bit of a shame. Yeah, and I'll say all the other Avengers, they got their a little cameos more. This was really about the original core Avengers, and I'm really grateful they did that. So, what did you think? I hope you loved it. Although, just let me know your thoughts. Again, like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell. I am Sela Bekin, the Rabbi from another planet.